Everyone, this is Joseph. Hello, how is everybody doing? This is Joseph Lucier at our weekly Tongren session. Our goal is to give you weekly boosts through our Tongren Distance healing technology and healing method to open blockages. When we open blockages, we unleash the biggest abundance of healing power, which is in our own bodies. And then when we feel better, our mind can have hope and again transform our bodies into a powerhouse of healing. So I'm glad to see everyone, and I'm looking forward to getting started, and we will begin right away. And we have our list right here. And we will start with Catherine, working on the eyes. Blood flow to the brain. So let's do a comprehensive workup for the eyes. We want to focus on blood vessel health. Certain herbs are classic for the heart and for the blood vessels. Hawthorn berry. From Tongren, we want to work on the eyes, the ouch point. Blood flow to the eyes. So we have to think, what would cause the blood vessels to leak and to be weak? So we'll also be working with Dorothy Mansfield Marshall. Please tap for macular degeneration, wet left eye and right, plus cataracts. So I've been looking into cataracts. There's something called N-acetylcarnosine. There's a book called Can C, which I just ordered, Can space C, for eye cataracts from Russian technology and Russian research. Russia and Eastern Europe, there was a ton of good research historically. So for both people, for the eyes, let's work on the area of blood circulation, but let's think of nourishment for the arteries. There's a great product called Vein Health, or from Dr. Winston. He has probably some Eye Bright. In fact, I haven't gotten it yet, but there's probably a good source for Eye Bright Eye Wash. I know some people, or one person, they boil it into a tea, cool it down, and wash their eye with Eye Bright. But we're talking about circulation, so let's work on GV17. Macular degeneration. A lot of times what causes blood vessels to be weak or thin is systemic inflammation. So let's work on T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Come Come on, you guys on Instagram. You're in third place. Just kidding. And hello, Esther. I don't know if any other people there are watching like Masterpiece Theater and things like that. There's one show called Guilt. It's incredibly, for me, complex and intense. So one important thing for today is for any helping with any conditions, castor oil packs is one way. Clay is another way. Light therapy is another way, and Tongren, of course. And any of the TAM healing methodologies such as acupuncture, Tongren, and Tuina hands-on massage. And we have so for the eyes, C3, C4. So LB and Laxmi, how are you doing since we spoke? Anti-inflammation again for the health of the arteries. A side effect of COVID and the vaccines is systemic inflammation at times. Microclots. It's been well documented in the science. So if everybody can give me an update, hopefully you're doing better. Better, worse, no change. And again, anti-inflammation, T11, T12, L4, L5, the Chinese organ for the eyes, the liver, stomach, liver, T9, right side. And grounding. And works more on the eyes directly. Macular degeneration. Dorothy, Catherine. And hello, Michael and Tracy. How's it all going? And cranial nerves for the eyes. Hey, talkative citizen. TB789. trigeminal nerves for the eyes as well. So in general, we want more blood flow, more healing, more regeneration. Oh, sorry to hear you hurt your foot. Another talkative citizen. And then coming down. One more for the eyes. Ouch points. So fancy mind, healing more each day. Hope to be driving again after October 6th. That's excellent news. Great. Excellent. So great user, is that Drew? So who is it in particular is great user? You called and left a message. All right, I will get that. And next we work with Les. Les and Eric. Immune system and lymph. Okay, so blood flow to the brain, a 3-part process. So what's happening with Anusara Wellness? We have a 2-week detox program coming up. Wowzer. Awesome. Blood flow to the brain. So more stuff with the eyes. Sore eyes and poison ivy. It's very strange. That's one of my superpowers. I don't get poison ivy. I guess it's my only superpower. I don't get poison ivy. But believe it or not, when you get poison ivy, a lot of times another herb nearby is the remedy. So always keep that in mind. As soon as you get poison ivy, another herb around it, that's how nature works, would be the remedy for that. So, immune system, blood flow, nerve flow. So part 1, blood flow to the brain. Part 2, blood flow to the spine. The ouch points, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And then after that, we'll do a big tune-up. Hello, Mumashari from Instagram. And Augustina, brain stem. I get it. How's that going? How are you doing? I would definitely do a castor oil pack on the brain stem area at the occiput. In fact, there's a company that makes one for the thyroid. The front, I would just put it on, reverse it, and then put it on the back of the neck for the brain stem lymph acceleration. Vertebral artery, spinal artery for less. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Augustine is doing fine. Oh, good for you, doing a massage with the castor oil. That's brilliant. Yeah, keep it up. And steams for the frankincense. So get internal healing power of plants, essential oils and castor oils, all these different things, and then opening up the blockages, especially the sky window area. You might even try some magnesium oil as another option for the whole neck, for the releasing, and in the shoulders for all the blood flow and nerve flow for the brain, for the neck. But magnesium oil can also accelerate muscle relaxation, which will give release pressure from the muscle, from the nerves and the blood vessels to do a better job. And for the brain stem, C1, 2, 3, and the occiput area. So happy to hear about continued progress. So continue with less. T3 for the lymph. Yeah, look up Huish, Huish, who's kind of the expert on brain issues. She had a different type of cancer, but brain cancer, but she really mastered the idea of using essential oils for anything dealing with the brain. Huish is her name. Ed Panama 1, welcome. So let's continue with less for the lymph system and for everyone with a lymph tune-up. And I'm just looking here. Leonard, BPH, LB, and Laxmi. Great. Let me know how you're doing. I get your requests. Healing more each day, driving. We're going to tap for anger and frustration. Yep, I wasn't able to get to my phone today. We'll talk to you on the phone. Great user. And Fran. So we've got everybody. Jewel weed for what? For the eyes. Blood flow to the brain. So the lymph, a lymph tune-up for everyone. Axillary lymph, inguinal lymph, lymphatic thoracic duct, and release subclavian artery. And that's a lymph for less, and everyone for a lymph tune-up. And let's work with Augustina for the brainstem right now. Then Mumashari, Augustina, Mumashari. And then Esther. Blood flow to the brain. So everyone take a deep breath. In through the nose. Count to 4, out the nose, count to 4. Hold your breath. Count to 8 for relaxation response. blood flow to the brain, immune system for the poison ivy, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And for the skin, T4. So again, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and T4. And the gut, T11, T12 for the immune system, and the microbiome for a timid newcomer. And Mumashari, you're next. Sore eyes. So I use Simulation homeopathic eye drops. They work great for sore eyes, especially. Sore eyes, computer eyes. Simulation, I think it is. And I should have some right here because I'm at this computer too much. But let's work on the eyes and blood flow to the eyes. Facial artery, carotid artery. G for perfect blood. You're actually first. All right, so let's do that right this second. Blood flow to the brain. A section was skipped. Happy Mama. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Brain stem for blood pressure. So let's do a multiple part for the bones, bone marrow, perfect blood, and lymph. So let's begin. T1 for the bones and bone marrow. Put your mind in the points as we're moving. It'll increase the effectiveness of our treatment. He, Dao Qi, as they say in Chinese. Get a little background music. If it gets too loud, it sounds a little bit loud. This is 432 hertz and 528 hertz. It's called the deepest in all caps. Healing music, DNA repair, and full body healing. Let's go of negative energy. So we're talking about getting rid of anger and frustration. This one's for you. So let's continue with the bone focus. T1, bone marrow, GB39 for the bone marrow. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. But additional, really important parts. Sphenoid bone to the tailbone. Craniosacral fluid. So we have blood flow, nerve flow, craniosacral flow. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Anti-inflammation, bone marrow, and the lymph. T3 for the lymph. And again, the lymph, complete lymph. T3, T7, the spleen, largest lymph node of the whole body. Backup for blood as well. CV17, thyroid, superior, inferior thyroid arteries. Axillary lymph, inguinal lymph. Okay, Umashari, good to see you. As always, really good to see you. So let's focus a little bit more on the brainstem for Augustina. And then next would be MS for your wife. MS. So always rule out Epstein-Barr virus. It's very common that MS is a misdiagnosed Epstein-Barr virus infection. And again, brainstem for Augustina. There's a tincture for Epstein-Barr virus. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Microbiome. So for the nerves, the nerve health, three things. One is vitamin B12. Number 2 is B complex. And number 3 is alpha lipoic acid to recover the nerves and reduce neuropathy and inflammation. MS can be a nerve issue. So those are three things that are really good for your MS. And for MS, the entire spine, inflammation, CV17, CV4 for MS. So we did not work on esophageal cancer. Yep, that is next. And then LB and Lakshmi are next. Then Ed Panama after that. So, Catherine, how do you use the jewel weed? Catatonic. Is that a play on catatonic? And yes, Michael and Tracy, good to see you, as always. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Talkative citizen. Esophageal cancer. So two parts. One is the nerve flow, and number 2 is the hypoxia oxygen deficiency. So with all cancers, you focus on the bioelectrical resistance, and then you work on the oxygen deficiency. blood flow to the brain. Sky window. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 8 for the esophagus. The bioelectrical resistance. Number 2, as proven by Nobel Prize winning scientists, the oxygen deficiency must be a target. And you can take internal oxygen through pill-based ozonated magnesium oxide as developed through Tesla, which will release oxygen, especially in the esophagus. So that would be oxy powder from Dr. Group. You can literally oxygenate your digestive tract from the inside. No kidding. Very simple, easy to do. Doesn't mean it's going to work, doesn't mean it's going to be effective, doesn't mean what's going on is not serious, but the application of the technique is quite simple. So the esophagus, let's also work on CV17. So we work on phrenic nerve, CV17. Phrenic nerve to diaphragm. And for bone regeneration, Grow Bone is a great product. And the radial nerve, how's that going with the radial nerve? Yep, I would even massage castor oil and B12 combo into the radial nerve area. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's work with Laxmi and LB, vertebral artery, spinal artery, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, any itis, any autoimmune condition. But for the arms and the bones, brachial plexus and T1. Down to the elbow, the ouch points, the radial nerves, elbows, wrists, fingers, elbows, wrists, fingers, both sides. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, arthritis. So for the upper body, the shoulders, brachial plexus, and for the lower body and the knees and the ankles, lumbosacral plexus, all the way down to the toes. And having high cholesterol as vegetarians, more fiber, less fat in the diet. More fiber, less fat. More fiber, less fat, more water. But if I recall, you do drink plenty of water. Difficult breathing from the nose while sleeping. So let's work on C3. C4 for the sinus areas. I would definitely do some inhaling of essential oils before sleep to clear the sinuses with maybe lavender or T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Let's work with Michael and Tracy right now. Connective tissues. So PQQ, mitochondria support, perfect blood. So let's blood flow to the brain. So let's work on the hypothalamus pituitary growth hormone. Collagen health, clay with silica is a good option for that. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So working on the skin, T4 for the collagen also. Connective tissues is specifically GBC. BL9, yes, connective tissue power point. BL9. And then C1, C2, GB13 for emotional balance for both. Tong for emotional balancing as well. So GB13 and Tong area. And C1 and C2. And balancing the heart, T5, the heart and pericardium. Kind of the yin-yang of the emotional heart. And at Panama, you'll be coming up with blood pressure. And for Esther, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T7 for the lower body. Mobility. Thyroid, parathyroid. Number 1, 2, and 3. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for pain. Jewelweed, sounds musical. S1 to S5, bladder. And we have a question, how to use coconut aminos. You can use it as a replacement for soy sauce. That's what it's good for. It's a good alternative to soy sauce, which oftentimes can be full of MSG and all kinds of salts. But coconut aminos can be a soy sauce alternative. Another good soy sauce alternative is nama shoyu, which is organic raw Japanese soy sauce as well. So what are you making, Catherine? Perfect blood as well. For Michael and Tracy, the bones. The spleen, T1 for the bones, T7 for the spleen, GB39 for the bones, C6 and C7, the quality of the bones, T5 for the pumping of the bones, the blood, rather. And craniosacral fluid for the bone marrow. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And we will now coconut soya sauce replacement. Yes, those are all good. There's another one, tamari, which is a non-soy sauce as well. So those are all great. Naked saucy coconut soya sauce replacement. Yep, all good. Just make sure they don't have any MSG or extra ingredients. But tamari, which is a good option. Namashoyu, that's a soy, never mind. But the coconut aminos is a good option. Coconut aminos, that's from Bragg's, is that right? So talkative citizen, healing to your hips, legs, mostly left side, hurt leg and foot yesterday, and then also head Panama, blood pressure, so blood flow to the brain. Oh, you got the poison ivy from the cats. Blood flow to the brain. And then brain stem for blood pressure. So two things for blood pressure. One is chrysanthemum tea, and the other one is beet juice or beet powder. Those are two good remedies. And funny, as I think it through now, maybe beet juice infused with chrysanthemum tea. Wow, that would be really good. So blood flow to the brain stem for blood pressure. TV17, the master point for all blood circulation and blood pressure areas. So also T123478, anti-inflammation. So as we say, naked and saucy is a coconut soy sauce replacement. Coconut aminos is one. Tamari is another one. And for the heart, for blood pressure, T5. Grounding with the 3 and kidney 1. So mark our calendars, October 6th. Good news, driving again. Nothing beats independence. Liver 3 and kidney 1. So we didn't skip, we'll do the anger and frustration. So anger, the liver for the organ for the anger is T9. So eat a lot of bitter herbs, bitter greens for your anger from your liver. Frustration, GB13, balancing out, and then in tongue, balancing out too. Yes, fresh beets as well, but lots of beets. They create nitric oxide, which literally releases the pressure and loosens arteries, which means there's a larger volume going through, which will reduce the blood pressure. And the chrysanthemum tea is a classic for blood pressure. And grounding the 3 and kidney 1. So hips, legs, hurt leg, and the anger and the frustration. Blood flow to the brain. and some eye work as well for you and for Alistair. So let's really focus on the hips and the feet. The arms would be the brachial plexus of the shoulders. And again, for cataracts, I'm really looking into, there's a lot of good results for acetylcarnosine for cataracts. So T7 blood flow, lumbosacral plexus for nerve flow, for the hips, both hips, knees, feet, and toes. And some people with diabetes are afraid of beets, but I've seen data. Pretty much any whole food is good for diabetes. Diabetes is insulin resistance, so you're going to avoid fats and junk foods. Beets have been shown to reduce sugar counts because it's natural, usually has fiber with it, and it decreases blood pressure. So you're welcome, Julie. So Leonard, really awesome to see you. Good friend Leonard, BPH, colitis, inflammation is in the left lower epigastric area. So for sure, Leonard, castor oil packs on the belly. Castor oil packs on the belly. Clay foot soaks or clay baths. A complete cleansing lymph and toxic inflammation process. So let's work on that. Next week, interview release for the relaxator and breathing master Anders Larson, who I interviewed, and it'll be a full hour interview to learn everything about breathing, the relaxator, oxygen, carbon dioxide, reducing inflammation, and especially reducing anxiety. Blood flow to the brain, anti-inflammation for BPH, L1, L2, L3 for the BPH. Now let's be really specific for the colitis inflammation. T7, T11, T12, L4, L5 for the lower epigastric area, which is right around T8, T11, T12, L4, L5. Thank you, sir. Anti-inflammation, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. There's a great book, The End of Crohn's and Colitis by Dr. Klein. That would be a book to look at. Fresh beets are brilliant. They can't be beat. Okay. Let's work some more for Leonard. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Great user. Yeah, let's talk on the phone tomorrow. I'll take a look at my calendar. We'll definitely set up something. Blood flow to the brain. I got it from some plants, poison ivy, journey. I wouldn't be surprised if aloe vera is actually good for that. So don't forget, when you get fresh beets, eat the beet greens. Carrots, carrot greens. A lot of people don't know this. Swiss chard, those are beet greens. A higher, larger version, but those are beet greens. All the greens, especially carrots and beets, are brilliant foods. I'd like to say before we finish up, thank you everyone for joining. Alistair, we're going to work additionally on the eyes for you and Catherine. Blood flow to the brain command points for Leonard. TV17 for Ed Panama. C3 for the eyes for Catherine and Alistair. Cataracts, the ouch point, and then the mouth and dental areas. C3, 4, and 5, and the ouch point. There's a great product out. It's called ProDentum. It's a chewable probiotic for the mouth. It's brilliant. Definitely, I would think about that. There's a great company called Primal Life Organics that has great teeth and gum care using light devices and clay toothpaste. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Again, C3. And from Alistair, we have something which I didn't really know in this amount of detail. I'm going to read it for everyone because it's so good. Beet greens and turnip greens are slightly basic in terms of pH. I'm presuming is what you meant, which enhances healing of some body conditions. Anything alkalizing or base will reduce acidity, reduce inflammation, and increase oxygen in the body. It is the formula of health. So thank you very much, Alistair. That's awesome. Thank you. So eat your beet greens, eat your turnip greens, eat your carrot greens, eat your collard greens. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for everyone, anti-inflammation. So the oil is incredibly long-lasting. I think you're talking about the oil for poison ivy. Absolutely. Microbiome for everyone, T11, T12, L4, L5. And vagus nerve, so gut-brain axis, CV12, CV4. So the bottle was on sale. That's a good thing. So you bought it. Never used it before. Experimental. The brand I purchased is Organic Coconut Secret. Yes, I've used that. That's great stuff. And grounding for everyone. In Tong. oneness, world peace, and harmony. There's no separation. There is only oneness and emptiness. Liver 3 and kidney 1. So we'll give everyone a chi boost. Charge your battery. Take a deep breath. Cool stranger, welcome here. Join us every week. Other great ones, one of my favorites is Mondays at 6 p.m. on Instagram. It may be broadcast in other places too. So for Pondering Traveler, hope you like the background music. These are the healing frequencies of the planet. So detox, adrenal health, delayed phase syndrome. Let's work on that right now. Give a little charge for the L3 area and the Tong third eye area. I'm glad to see you, Pondering Traveler. We're going to work with you right now. Take a deep breath. Uh-oh. I don't know. Is it solfeggio? Sure, of course it is. Sleep phase syndrome, Tong area, third eye. Detox, D1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And the organs of detox, L2 for the adrenals, L1 for the kidney, L2 for the kidneys, T9 for the liver, and T3, T4 for the skin. So those are the three main detox organs, and let's focus on that right now. And finally, let's work on all three Dantian areas for everyone. Charge the batteries that command the three main areas of the whole body. So a whole body tune-up, along with the frequencies, will really set you for the night. Tong, third eye area. Put your mind and your breath in there. CV17 for the lung, breast, esophagus areas. Heart. And CV4 for the abdomen, lower organs, pancreas, spleen, kidneys. And grounding. And grounding to the earth. Connect to the earth as much as possible. Walk around barefoot. They even have earthing mats. Good to see everyone. Thank you. It's my honor to be here for everyone. Look forward to seeing you next week. We'll keep in touch as one person. I'll check my voice messages, so we'll try to get in touch tomorrow as soon as possible for talking. We have our 14-day famous detox cleanse using clay and herbs. It's great. We do it by group. I think we've already got 7 people. That's October 8th. The deadline for ordering your materials is actually in about a week, the 23rd. We send materials, we are Zoom, and we all meet together as a community to support each other through a healing, cleansing process, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, on our journey to optimum health. So, thank you very much. Have a great day and talk to you soon. Thank you.